Book 1, Chapter 18, Wisdom. It is the last day of school. Everyone is excited to be going into grade 5. On this, the last day, there are games and outdoor activities, so it can be a really fun day. It is track and field in the morning, then lunch, and in the afternoon, it is a talent show. The older grades like the talent show. Only a few people from my class participate. One of the participants is Charles. I ask, Charles, what are you going to do for your talent? He replies, something very brave. I'm going to read. You're going to read, I say with disbelief. What do you mean you are going to read? I'm going to read. All year I have been observing how people act, and I have written about it, and now I'm going to read it. I am shocked. I'm thinking that surely he will be forced off the stage. Why at a talent show, Charles? I ask, now very worried about his fate and what others will think. I'm going to read with passion, he says. What? What do you mean with passion? I'm going to read like I am an actor on center stage, which is actually where I will be. I will read like an actor reciting lines in a play. I think, oh my, Charles is going to be made fun of. I am very worried. Track and field is really fun. Max does really well and he wins most of the first prizes. There are 2 other boys that come in second and third for most of the other events. One girl gets first prize in every event in her category. There is no stopping her. She wins by a landslide. After, we all gather for lunch out in the field. Charles, Max, and I sit together. We talk about our plans for the summer. Max is hoping to work with his dad a few days a week. Charles is going to be doing many chores around the house, including painting the porch. And I'm going to be at the shelter and helping my mom with my little brother. The bell rings and we are to assemble in the gym. Charles, are you sure you want to do this? Yes, Charles says in a frustrated voice. I've already put my name in. I know what I am doing. Finnan, if I can count on anyone having my back, it is you. I stop walking. I look right at Charles and say, You're right, Charles. I'm sorry. I do have your back. I just know that people can be mean. Well, Finn, maybe my performance will stop people from being mean. I will sit front and center, Charles. I will support you, no matter what. Charles grins. That doesn't sound too supportive. Charles has changed his clothes. He now is wearing a suit with a bow tie. I say, Charles, where did you get the suit? Charles laughs. At the second-hand store. I went last week with my mom. You look sharp, Charles. Thank you, he says. Let's just hope nobody throws anything at me. We both start to laugh. I place my hand on his shoulder. Charles, I say, I can always learn from you, and today you are showing me what it is to be courageous. Finn, stop making it sound so bad. We sit listening, watching the performances. Some are dance routines. One boy plays guitar. There is a group of girls that have batons and they are doing backflips on the stage. One person has even brought their dog to do tricks. That is really cool. The dog can jump really high and play disc toss and jump through hoops. Next, it is Charles's turn. Right after the dog, I think, what a hard act to follow. The announcer calls Charles to the stage. I look at him right in the eyes and tell him just to be himself. Charles, with a confident grin, says, Who else would I be, Finn? He winks at me and takes center stage. The announcer adjusts the microphone to his height. The room goes silent. Everyone knows Charles as a boy who doesn't speak. This day he is going to speak to everyone in the school. I must give him credit. He is one brave grade 4 student. He removes the notes from his pocket, stares at the paper, and before he unfolds the paper, he gently places the notes back into his pocket. For a moment he only stands in silence. With no notes, Charles starts to speak. Everyone is watching. All eyes are directed right at him. I have butterflies in my stomach just watching him up there all alone. This day, Charles says, this day is a miracle. Everyone remains focused on Charles. I have watched the whole year sitting from a bench, taking in all the activity from a distance. I haven't participated. I just sat quietly trying to understand why people do the things they do. He has captured the audience with his presence. He is standing tall and formal. He has conviction in his voice. He means to change the world. One day, he continues, I will be an author. One day you will see my name on many books, and I do believe that my writings will change the way people view themselves and view another. Today is a start. Today I am taking a stand, to take a step, to do a courageous thing, to know that I have the strength and trust in my words. Today I will talk with you about behavior. Not one person makes a move. It is the most courageous thing we have seen at a talent show. He is standing with such determination to send a message. Each day I watched. Each day I could see unkindness in others, and each day I could see the insecurity of others. He pauses for a moment. With great strength in his voice, he says, Let me ask you, and then he raises his hand. Let me ask you, why would one make a choice to be mean to another? Let me ask you, why would one choose to be cruel to another? Everyone sits stunned, including the teachers. Kindness and compassion are missing. Kindness and compassion are missing. He repeats it, his voice getting louder each time. Where is your kindness? Where is your compassion for your fellow student? The speech becomes so powerful that all are engaged with the dramatic performance that is center stage. I have sat on a bench each day watching, and in all that time only one person had the courage to speak with me. Just one person out of everyone in the schoolyard took the time to ask how I was. You stared, you giggled, you pointed a finger, you even called out names as I sat in silence, but not one of you showed kindness or compassion. I correct myself. One of you has, and he has become my best friend. I turn red because everyone is looking at me, knowing that Charles and I are friends. Now, I will ask one more time. Where is your kindness? Where is your compassion? Where is the gift you can give another with a smile? Where were you when another was getting picked on? Where were you? Were you watching? Were you participating? Were you encouraging someone else to be mean to another on your behalf? Where is your kindness? He shouts. Where is your compassion? He shouts. We are all silent. Charles looks out towards all the faces that are focused in silence. Charles looks out and in a whisper he says, Where is your kindness? Where is your compassion? He takes a step back from the microphone and stares right at me, and for all to see, takes a bow. Stands up straight, takes another bow. The students also stand. They stand and cheer. They give him a standing ovation. He bowed before their cheers. He bowed when all was silent. He bowed because he knows he has just changed the world. End of Book 1. We are complete.